Hello, this is ThyJebusBeDone, and I apologise in advance for all that is going to happen. At the start, we were just a small server of 200 people, and all we wanted to do was to have a place where we could all gather and talk about Rainbow Six Siege and just play together. It'll be easy to list all the things that we have achieved in 2017, but it goes much deeper than that. 6 months ago, back in June of 2017, we were stream partner with Ubisoft Australia to exclusively bring you the APAC Pro League. And since then, we've done a lot of contract work with Ubisoft Australia, and we have worked closely with them and ESL. We've had our Twitch and Discord server partnered. We've, as people, met up with each other in real life and have made long-lasting friendships. Staff team? What staff team? I do all the work around here.
Monkey Fist here.
I'm Kabboose.
My name is James.
Hey guys, I'm Fluxx.
My name is the Russian Cthulhu.
I am Flea.
My name is Matthew or Hawk.
Hey, I'm Senz, Community Manager for R6 ANZ.
Hey, I'm Gus Rules from Australian Universal Soldiers and Website Manager for R6 ANZ.
My name is obviously Skye.
I'm James or Devmarta.
Right, hi guys, I'm Elastic.
Nah, but seriously. R6 ANZ would not be here if not for the staff team. Server admins, Kabboose and Chief.
For the past year, I've been moderator of the moderators. I'm more commonly known as the babysitter for Jebus.
I'm pretty much just there to make sure things do run smoothly.
Our senior moderators, Fluxx.
I was promoted to a moderator position within the community for always being that guy that brought forward his opinion and ideas to big scale discussions about the future of the server.
I don't even know what Fluxx does around here, but we've kept him around for this long, so he's part of the furniture. And moderators such as Elastic, Dealzz, and most recently Bloodhound.
They just wanted a link to the Xbox community they could rely on, and I sort of helped out the ESL team. I just sort of help moderate the server, do whatever I can.
They've done a really good job keeping the server clean. The specialised staff roles such as Hawk is a creative director. He does our graphics and visuals for the streams.
Everything that goes out on Twitter is usually made by me. Our community manager, Senz, she'll chuck me a message and say, hey, we need this visual, and I'll make it up so she can put it out.
And the website manager is Gus Rules.
I'm responsible for maintaining and improving the R6 ANZ website. Currently, I'm in the process of giving it a revamp and moving it away from WordPress, as well as adding a few cool new features that you'll hopefully get to see in the coming months.
He's done a really fantastic job with the website, r6anz.com. Our head community manager, Senz, she has done amazing things with the community. She's the first stop for anybody who has any issue whatsoever. She was so good at her job that ESL took notice and went, hey, we want you as one of our Siege admins.
So yeah, it looks like they've gained control of one half of the top floor and they're letting Envy Taylor and Newio just chill on the other side. Just so you know, we'll wait for you guys to have to move. I first joined the server when old mate Gio was running it. This was, I think Siege had been out for maybe 6 months. And then Jebus was shoutcasting the game. And I was like, I messaged him like, yo, I reckon I could give this a go. So I practiced it on a scrim, and then the very next night I was casting.
I'd like to congratulate Monkey Fist, who's actually just hit 1 year of official shoutcasting for R6 ANZ. Thank you.
I initially became part of R6 ANZ as a starting player. I was a second caster who joined in and just was casting like ladder matches for Cybergamer.
Well, as everyone knows, I'm a caster. It comes down to one simple thing really, and that's I love the game. I started off playing from year one, day one. Someone asked if anyone wanted to cast the games, and I went, yeah, sure, I just got knocked out, I'll give it a go.
The reason I became a part of R6 ANZ, so I joined so that I could get notifications from my team, and then moving forward, I sort of wanted to still help in the community, so I messaged Monkey Fist, I think. I said, hey, I'd be interested in giving casting a shot. And he said he gave me the graphics, and then, I started doing CG cups. Yeah, and then from there it obviously evolved.
I always just loved watching the casters, and I wanted to try it out myself. So I talked to Monkey and started duoing, and then once my internet was good enough, I started casting by myself and doing more and getting more and more involved. So for one of the CG ladder finals, we actually got in contact with GG Easy Bar, who are a bar in Melbourne, an esports bar. And we managed to, myself and Skye actually duo casted, and they showed it on the screens there, and Hawk was sitting there, in the bar watching us.
Hello and welcome to the ESL studios here in Sydney, Australia for the Rainbow Six ANZ Invitational, the very first offline event for Rainbow Six in the AU and NZ region.
Invitational for me was my first taste of studio casting, and it was glorious. I loved it. I walked into the studio at 4 o'clock on the Friday afternoon, and I felt like a kid in a candy shop.
I ended up casting the Southeast Asia Pro League matches, and then further getting flown out and casting the APAC LAN as one of the forecasters that were in the studio.
These are the APAC Pro League finals, and I only have one question for you. Are you ready?
First one, he has to clutch this if he wants to keep his team in it. And that is not it. Mind Freak will move forward, and they send Nora Rango packing.
My best memory would have to be attending the Season 3 APAC LAN.
Probably the APAC LAN.
Would have to be the APAC LAN.
I think the APAC LAN finals was the highlight for me. I spent the whole weekend watching our incredibly professional casters commentate some intense matches, and it was incredibly satisfying to see how far our community had come over the past 2 years.
All the staff from R6 ANZ that went there, we went back to our hotel room, introduced ourselves to each other, got to put the names to faces, and it was just awesome to meet everyone and see what we've all achieved in the last 12 months to get to that point.
It was really nice to see, and just cool to meet all of the teams in real life, and yeah, it was an amazing memory.
It was when we were at the APAC LAN finals. We'd just seen Irons win it, and I got to tell Flea, "I told you so," because that was the best "I told you so" of all time. Because I'm always telling Flea what's right.
It's great to see this community just keep going, and meeting them all in PAX was probably the best memory I've got for this year. It was great to just meet everyone, put a face to the name, basically.
PAX was amazing, meeting other members of the community for the first time in person, and having our scene up on the big stage streamed to Ubisoft Australia's YouTube channel.
Now, I would like to introduce you to two gentlemen from the Rainbow Six ANZ community, Monkey, Fist, and Jebus.
I'm ThyJebusBeDone. R6 ANZ, we started off as just a small project between friends wanting to bring together the ANZ Siege community. Fast forward about 6 months, Ubisoft Australia took interest, and then the APAC Pro League was announced, and we were officially stream partner with Ubisoft Australia. And a year and a half later, here we are standing on the ESL stage at PAX 2017.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Season 2, Episode 10 of the R6 ANZ podcast.
I also do the R6 ANZ, now rebranded to the Talking Siege podcast, with my wonderful co-host Devmarta, and obviously Cthulhu.
It just started from one person saying something in one of the staff channels saying, hey, wouldn't it be cool if there was some kind of podcast? And then we made it happen. And 10, 15 episodes later, here we are. Talking Siege has been a huge success internationally, and we're just building even further upon that.
Managed to get even some of the international guests in.
We've had incredible guests, we've had great discussions, we've had really in-deep analysis, and it's just been fantastic.
Talking Siege, I think that podcast is going to become a world staple. It's the first podcast that seriously interviews and talks about R6 ANZ and the pro scene and all that sort of stuff.
We were spoiled 6 months ago when Ubisoft Australia came to us and asked us to be stream partner for the APAC Pro League, because that set the bar extremely high.
Getting so many teams in, so many leagues in, so many players, and so many people that were contributing one way or another, it's absolutely amazing.
2,000 Discord members, 800 Twitter followers, and 3,600 Twitch followers across both our channels in R6 ANZ and R6 ANZ 2.
I see this community going very, very far. It's got very enthusiastic people in it.
The level of commitment that they put in to the community, it's truly unbelievable. Like, you guys don't know how much goes on behind the scenes.
We are going to work with as many people and as many independent organizations such as Cybergamer and in the very near future EGN to bring the community more tournaments with prize pools.
It is you as a community allowing us and helping us to do all these things. And I'd just like to say a huge thank you to every single one of you guys. None of this would have been possible without you.
Not just ANZ, but APAC as a whole, we have major things coming for us in the context of Rainbow Six Siege.
Rainbow Six has got a 3rd year. It's going to probably have a 4th year, let's just say. It's not going to stop anytime soon.
We've started from nothing. We got this far. Let's go even farther in the next year.
So if you're a Rainbow Six player from the ANZ community, I'd recommend you come and join our Discord. You can find other players to play with. If you want to get competitive experience, you can find a competitive team to join. If you want to, even get into casting, like what Flea and I have been doing, you can reach out to us and we can maybe even help you get that sorted out.
I don't think there is a definition or even a combination of words for what R6 ANZ has become in early 2018. We are still a community server, but we're not just a community anymore, we are a family.
Thanks to everyone for supporting us at ANZ, and I wish you all the best for 2018.